Hello gamers, this is SoftKitty99 and today we're in World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth, patch 8.2.5, and today we're going to continue with the war campaign. If you're Horde and you come to the docks area, right down the bottom here, just behind us is the ship where you do all your campaign quests, and you have the campaign table just down the dock there. So right at the end of the docks, just before the stairs, this is where you can find Lothar Theron and First Arcanist Thelrissa with a quest. The Eve of Battle. Enheduanna, we must speak of the Horde and the War Chief. The war has proven costly, and the battle against Azshara drained what little resources we had left. The Horde is divided once more, and the Alliance fares little better than we do. Sylvanas is now in a position to destroy everyone she considers an enemy. That means us as well. I had hoped that my old friend would see reason, but now High Overlord Saurfang is rallying those of us who remain, including some unlikely allies. Speak with Lothar Theron and you will receive a little bit of money.
We are a nation on the rise. I proudly serve as Regent Lord.
Sylvanas has us vastly outnumbered. We must bolster our ranks with unlikely allies. Tell me, what is Saurfang's plan?
What I do.
Ooh, cutscene. Oh yes.
Sylvanas' actions have threatened us all. And day by day,
So he sent.
her power grows.
So Saurfang and Anduin have been writing to each other for ages, and he sends him another
We
letter.
must strike while we still can.
Balera got his sword.
Meet with me, and we will speak.
Peaceful meeting, no weapons.
So few.
How many can you provide?
Enough for one final assault. If that fails, we're done.
Neither of them look at all happy,
If
do
we
they?
end her reign,
Quite depressed.
what kind of war chief will you be?
See, everyone assumes Saurfang's the next leader, but he never wanted to
The
be.
horde I joined was birthed in blood, tainted by corruption. The road that led to the Dark Portal was long and wide, paved with the bones of innocence. We called it the Path of Glory. That was the great lie upon which the Horde was founded. That anything we did was honorable.
Well, the honourable man questions honour
They
itself.
were not the true heirs to Blackhand's bloody legacy. Sylvanas Windrunner is.
No. No, this is the Horde. Led by you. Someone who has...
Honor. I've never known honor. They deserve more. But the Horde is doomed to be shackled by the chains of the past.
The Horde has no exclusive claim to regrets. Arthas, Dalen... The ghosts of the past haunt us as well.
We could not fill the chasm between the Horde and Alliance if we labored 1,000 years.
Oh no, that's a statement, isn't it?
This.
The rift can never
What
be
are we
healed.
fighting for?
So the honourable old soldier at the end of his life questions whether he's ever had any honour, despite everybody else saying he's the most honourable man in the Horde.
Soldiers, on your feet!
And the rift, he says, can never be healed between the two.
Lord Saurfang?
Zakan, where is our home?
Orgrimmar?
Not our city. Our home.
Azeroth.
And ours?
Azeroth.
Right now,
And that's why we can
there
fight
are only
together.
two forces in this world that matter. One bent on harming our world.
And one that will protect her.
So, what are we doing?
breaking the cycle.
So he says there's no way we can heal the rift between the two sides, but then he says we should break the cycle of division, even though he's just said we can't heal the differences between the two. So that's kind of a teleport to raise the hill. That's kind of a duality there with we can't save everything. We can fight for the planet we live on, but we can't heal the two rifts, but let's break the cycle and let's not have the hate. So in one way he says, oh, we can't ever be happy together and we can't ever have true peace, and then again he says we can. So I found that a little bit of a strange cinematic, because it's such an odd dichotomy between the two things that he's saying. So yeah, I found that a little bit hard to follow and understand, because it seems to me he's saying two completely opposite things there. So who have we got? We've got Zappy Boy Zakan, Thrall, and Horde Saurfang. And for the Alliance we have Anduin, Draenor, Shadris Feathermoon, and Matthias Shaw. Look at him all cocky with his hands on his hand on one dagger and the other one rest. He's like, if anybody's going to cause trouble, I'm ready, okay? But I'll go along with it until somebody causes trouble, and then I'll stop them. And everybody's got the weapons this time. Yeah. What weapons you got, Zappy Boy? Oh, he's got like a fist weapon, isn't he? He's a shaman, isn't he? He's got fist weapons. Okay, let's see what we've got there. Oh, hang on, who's missing? No Tyrande.
For the Alliance above all.
The time for dreaming is over. Never miss a shot.
What's anybody got to say?
Serve.
Honoured to serve.
Lotar.
My mistakes have been many, and they have led me here once again. Thrall shakes his head. I do not know what the future will bring, but I will not hide from it. I will fight for the Horde. So everybody's got lots of regrets, and everybody's questioning themselves and the past and their motives and everything. I think the best stories are Jaina's story with her mum and everybody and coming back together as family, and then Saurfang with his questions about what is honour and why are we fighting, and Azeroth's really the home of everybody, and is it possible for the two factions to ever come together, and then he concludes that probably not, because our divisions are even deeper. So yeah, there's so much thinking and questioning in everybody, isn't there?
Brother of Bloxigar.
The eve of battle. We have much to do, Enhedwana. The Banshee moves swiftly. This ain't mine. Sylvanas Loyalists have collapsed part of the canyon path to Orgrimmar. Our forces are now cut off from one another. We need to reinforce our front line, or the Banshee will pick us off at her leisure. We have come too far to be slain by 1,000 cuts. Gazlo and one of the Alliance's gnomes believe they have an answer. You'd best ensure that their plan does not backfire. Clear the paths of boulders, mines and other obstructions between Razor Hill and Orgrimmar. Okay, then let's go see what the two techie guys have come up with, shall we?
Of course. Our sister is patient. She knows we have precious few soldiers left. While we lay siege to Orgrimmar, she will whittle away our numbers.
Elisa and Alira, the other two
Sylvanas is not
windrunners.
the only threat we face. The old god has been freed. I can hear his whispers, sense his unseen tendrils writhing all around us.
I know, Valyria. What are you suggesting?
Sylvanas commands what may be the only army capable of defeating N'Zoth. For the sake of Azeroth, perhaps we should stand aside and let her.
Your sister will not fight for us, Valyria. When Sylvanas realized the war was on the cusp of ending, she lured both fleets into Ajara's hands. Not to find victory, but to meet death.
In the end, death claims us all. Eitrid told me those were among the last words Sylvanas spoke to Vol'jin.
We cannot wage two wars. Sylvanas must fall. Here. Now. Before all is lost.
It shall be so, my king. Barisa and I will scout her line for weaknesses. Good luck to all of us.
So the Windrunners, the other two Windrunner sisters, are worried that if we fight Sylvanas now, we're not going to have enough manpower left to try and stop N'Zoth. So maybe it's best to leave Sylvanas to deal with N'Zoth, but I think Anduin and Saurfang are right. I think she's tied up with N'Zoth, and I don't think there's any way that she would fight N'Zoth for us, because she's too busy with her plans to kill everybody and do whatever suits her, not what suits other people and not what suits the planet. Sylvanas is doing her own thing, which I find really sad, because as you know, I've always loved Sylvanas as a character, and I find what's happened this expansion to her and how they've changed the way I see it. I've always seen her as out a lot for what she wants, but also looking out for her own people, the Forsaken, but now they've turned her into a very selfish little spoilt brat who does everything for herself and doesn't really care about everybody else. I find that really sad, because I've always liked Sylvanas, and now she's been turned into a character that I feel really sad. So that's really sad, because they killed Varian off. I really like Varian. Now they're killing, well, they've decimated Sylvanas' character, whether they kill her off or not. So yeah, the only characters I've really got any connection to now are Saurfang and Sylvanas, and things aren't looking well for either of them. Saurfang's already tried to die several times this expansion, and he's a really old soldier. That's kind of the whole point of this expansion, is he's at the end of his life, he's getting really old, and he's questioning his life, isn't he? And Sylvanas has just turned into a really nasty... Oh, I don't know what to think of it. I'm kind of sad, actually. This expansion's really kind of destroyed a lot of the characters that I'm most fond of. So, right, so we had to drive down here in this tank, which I didn't really explain to you. Destroy the boulders with number 1. Zap the mines and the Loyalists in the canyon with 2. And then when we get to the end, we've got these boulders, it says, that are impassable, so we need to use the self-destruct, which is number 3. Boom. Ride the Wyvern to the front line. So there's Razor Hill, as we probably won't see it again, with both Horde and Alliance troops in it. And can we ride the Alliance Griffin? No, we can't ride the Alliance Griffin. That would have been funny if you could choose which one you ride on, but yeah. So if you're Alliance, you have to use the Griffin, and if you're Horde, you have to use the Wyvern. That would have been real fun if you could pick which one to ride on, regardless of which faction you are. That would have been funny. But yeah, so here's the site that you don't see very often. The troops working together, though we did have that when Vol'jin led the assault on Orgrimmar yet again, when we had to oust Garrosh. So yeah, this is the second time we've had a joint force going at Orgrimmar, isn't it? It does kind of feel repetitive when it's always a joint force going through Razor Hill up to Orgrimmar. That does kind of feel sad that it's a repeat again, but it is slightly different because the way the troops and everything are acting and laying out. Oh look! Oh yeah, we've got these new big siege tower things. Look, so there's the Horde one, there's the Alliance one, there's the Horde catapults and the Alliance siege tanks. Little bolt throwers there. That's Alliance again, isn't it? So yeah, so that's the Alliance siege tower. Here's the big catapults for the Horde, and here's another big siege tower for the Alliance with the lion on it, and the Alliance tanks here. Another Horde one's over there again. Cool. Oh, who we got here? Zakan, Zappy Boy, and Matthias Shaw. He looks so calm and relaxed, doesn't he? There's no way that man is really relaxed. So, Thrall. Yeah. Same dialogue that he had before.
For country, for family.
Let honor
Hail,
guide
champion.
your path.
Be vigilant.
You have my attention.
Okay, so they just cycle through their normal comments, right? This ain't mine. Swift action saved our soldiers' lives, but there is still more to do. Well, it looks like we're laying siege to Orgrimmar. Saving the siege. The Banshee spies were able to sneak past our guards in the chaos of the rock slides. They've been planting bombs on our siege weaponry. Get rid of those bombs. Remove 8 suspicious crates. Already among us. Sylvana still commands the loyalty of many within the Horde. The war she started has blinded them with rage and hatred. She exploits that to maintain her support. Saurfang scowls. They do not yet see. She will lead us to ruin. That her so-called victories are all hollow. Some of her agents have been spotted lurking within our ranks. Kill them. They will show us no mercy, and will have none in return. Slay 10 suspicious technicians or loyalist assassins. Right, so the suspicious techs are probably the ones that put the bombs out, and loyalist assassins are going to be rogues like we had in that Saurfang going to Thrall cinematic, aren't they? So watch out for stealthed. Strategic deployment. For years I guarded the gates of Orgrimmar. The city's greatest weakness has always been its multiple entrances. We should strike at all of them to seize victory. Rin and I have drawn up orders for deployment. The mages will cover our flank, Greymane will close in from the west, and the elves will take the north. We will send Mela to reinforce Thunderbluff's defences in case Sylvanas launches a counterattack. Bring the orders to our commanders. That's an awful lot of splitting up our forces though, and I don't think we've got that many to start with. I'm not sure I like that plan, but these guys are supposed to... Well, Saurfang is definitely a strategic guy, so we'll trust the old general. Deliver Saurfang's deployment orders. Yes, my general, we will go do that.
We need you and your best soldiers to flank the city from the western gate.
And leave you here unguarded with them. If I wanted to harm him, I'd have done it in the stockades.
Besides, Matthias Shaw's here to protect him.
We need to trust each other if we are to succeed.
Very well. But the Banshee is clever. Dividing our forces might play right into her hands.
That's what I thought, Gen. I was wondering about splitting our forces. That bothered me.
Well met.
And
I
I think-
serve the Horde. We are strong. In battle, strategy.
No, the Horde don't have anything else to say. You got anything to say, Zakan? Just greetings, my friend.
Loktar.
Okay, right, so, oh wait, somebody's here. Who's here? First Arcanist Thalrissa. Right, we have some orders for the mages. So, oh yeah, so, Jaina, my lady. My ladies.
Greetings.
Never did I expect to fight in another rebellion, least of all against the war chief. Thalrissa, Saurfang has tasked you and the Lord Admiral with shielding our army against magical assault. Would that be okay with both of you?
Be careful,
A
Leodra.
wise decision. We can do so more effectively from higher ground. Lord Admiral, might I ask about the spellcraft you employed at Lordaeron? The levitating warship?
Would you believe me if I told you it was a cold tier and trade secret?
Summoning the ship, perhaps. But as for the enchanted cannons...
Bye, ladies. Oh, right, so let's get our buffs up and some food. Oh, took me a little bit too long to get there. They got their head in me. Right, shoot something at it. Oh, no.
I don't have a target.
There you go, my friend. We both get credit for them. And we can both click the same target. That's useful to know too. Right, so it's the Alliance siege engine. So Another box there. No, there's another suspicious tech there, though. I should start with a fireball, not use the things that can give you instant hits, because these guys are a little bit more powerful than just being hit with a... See, if they would die pretty quick, you can use a couple of the instant cast things and then just pyroblast them and then they're dead, but they're not dying quite that fast. They've got that little bit too much health to do the quick kill on these guys, so I must remember to start with the fireballs and get a bit more damage in before we can try and end them off. Another crate, so that's 3 crates. So this is the back of the Alliance siege tower. Yes, we definitely don't want the big siege towers being destroyed before we start. Oi! What do you think you're doing, Mr. Suspicious Technician? You are definitely suspicious, I tell you. Suspicious! Oh, didn't click it fast enough to pick up the one I already have. Yeah, so a couple of pyroblasts and a few other extra hits before that thing can die. So they've got quite a lot of health. That's another Alliance one. There's a Horde. There's the Horde. Siege catapult. So it's throwing big spinny discs of metal to take the front gate down. Oh, we found one of the assassins. Oops, right behind my back. Hello, friendly Orgrimmar Grunt. Thank you for your kind help. Much appreciated, my friend. Now, is there a bomb by other siege engine? I don't see one. So maybe there's not a bomb at everyone. Oh, there's some Alliance troops, some Caldoroi. Oh, there's a bomb. Yeah, I thought there'd be a bomb by the big... I'm imagining there'll be a bomb by most of these big siege engines. There we go. That's the Horde version of the siege tank, look. If you look at it from the front, you can see the growly wolf head on it. Oh, wait, we've got a dot here. Is this one of the people to give orders to? Oh, it's Lothar.
Baladash, Malinore.
My lord, I have orders for you. Make no mistake, Enhedwane, no matter the outcome, this battle will be a bloody one. Saurfang and King Rin have assigned your forces to the northern gate. I hope that that's okay with you.
Silver Moon Woods. So, we are to strike from the north. A sound plan. There is no telling what treachery Sylvanas has in store for us.
She fought beside you for many years, both in life and in undeath. You must know her well.
Perhaps I did, long ago. But now... Our forces are few in number. We must make use of the surrounding terrain when we assault the gate.
The Sentinels have made use of that terrain for millennia. Our knowledge of the land was old when the Farstriders were young.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so Chandris is going with Lothar. Okay. That'll be interesting to follow the conversation of what goes on in between those two. That's 7 crates, so I just need one more crate. No, there's probably not going to be a second one on the same engine, is there? I wonder if there's any on these little ones. These little ballista things that shoot little bolts, don't they? In that centre section, you put a big bolt down the middle and just fly it out. Oh, there's a crate. What's that next to? Oh, it's next to the ammo. Oh. Alright, so these crates, these bombs, can be next to the big machinery or next to the supplies even. From the way the quest worded it, I thought they'd only be with the big siege engines. But they're obviously not, because we just found one by the ammo cache, didn't we? These loyalist assassin guys love to backstab you. Very rogue, definite rogues. Let's chuck a blast at that. There's already a fight going on there. Looks like it's mostly yeah, it's just guards fighting that guy, not a player. I thought it would be a player, but it's not. It's just right. So we need one more. There's another suspicious technician. Let's stop the suspicious goblin from being a naughty boy. Shadow Priest helped remove that. Oh. Wait, what? I'm stood in the middle of a load of troops from my team and none of them attacked him? Hi guys! You're the High Overlord's raiders and you didn't even help a pretty little blood elf girl all by herself fighting the bad guys. Shame on you boys, shame on you.
I am
Malar, the Legion,
as High Chieftain.
the Naga, and now each other? How much must war cost us before we bring it to an end? High Chieftain, you have been tasked with defending the skies above Thunder Bluff. Think that's good? I think that might be good.
There is little my Eagle Riders can do while Sylvanas controls the skies.
Yeah, because she's got a lot of ballistas to shoot at your eagles, hasn't she?
G is already there, tending to Bane's wounds. He said he has seen Orgrimmar under siege once before, and does not wish to relive it. We will stand
that's where the
beside our
panda
torn
is.
kin and await further orders from Saurfang. Earth Mother, watch over us all.
So the panda Gaji's helping Bane, that's why he's not here. Okay, that explains that one. But Tyronda's not here. Why is Tyronda not here? Because she's the Night Warrior. She's and she's really ticked off. Yeah, she's really ticked off with Sylvanas. So why is she not helping us? She should be helping us, shouldn't she? Tyronda really should be helping us because she's really ticked off with Sylvanas. Okay, who am I in combat with? That was interesting. I was triggered as in combat long before they came out of stealth and long before they hit me, so that was weird. Do you know what? I'm going to get off the ground because I don't really want to fight too many more. I just want to go and turn in. I was just going to run, but that wasn't working terribly well for me, was it? Right. I have done the things you asked, Saurfang. Saving the siege. Well done. We cannot afford to lose any more of our weaponry to Sylvanas' treachery. Already among us. We both have blood on our hands. Today we will see that it has not been in vain. No matter what our strategy, taking Orgrimmar will be no easy task. I should know. Yes, because he's defended it loads of times. Before the gates of Orgrimmar, it is time. We have done all that we can to prepare. All that remains is the battle itself. I am not one for speeches, so I will say only this. Loktar Ogar, Enhedwana. Victory or death. Begin the battle at the gates of Orgrimmar.
Do not grow old.
Today,
If you can help it.
we make our stand.